Good evening, Cebu. Good evening, Philippines. It's open mic night tonight. And before we talk to our special guest, I'd like to introduce this segment when we start called The Week That Was, so I can at least thank and congratulate some people who have made the last week interesting for me. I'd like to congratulate Crimson on their Blue Party in Azure. It was they had an interesting presentation of artworks by some renowned artists, and then there was open bar, of course. Everybody loves open bar, and we got a bit wasted. And then, of course, I'd like to thank Montebello. They had a very successful partners day out, and they served. We were able to sample their barbecues, which you should try by the pool. And it was an elegant setup, and Louis Alvarez, the general manager, was there to have dinner with us. Again, it was open bar, and I enjoyed my room. My room was very nice. They upgraded my room to a premier suite. You have to check out Montebello's updated suites and rooms because Montebello is the oldest existing hotel. So somehow they were able to keep the what do you call this? They were able to keep the image and the feel, the Montebello feel that's been there since the 70s. And at the same time, they were able to keep up also with the times. And thank you for the cake, Montebello, for the open mic first anniversary cake. Also to Christina Frasco, Mayor of Liloan, for surprising me with the cake when I visited her. And Marco Polo, finally I was able to try the iced tea. You have to try the iced tea in Marco Polo. It's their signature iced tea. It's an Earl Grey iced tea. Yes, and it was the entry of Shaman Marco Polo to all the properties actually competed for the best iced tea, and this was the entry of Shaman Marco Polo, and this is what won, no? And it's available in all Marco Polo properties. You have to try it out. And thank you for the food, care of Mano Alcaraz and Yams Marriott of the Marco Polo. I had fun with my friend Lucas. So now, I'd like to introduce to you the reigning, the newly crowned Mr. Intrams of the University of San Carlos, my alma mater, Mr. Karl Hello. Karl, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Congratulations on the win.
Thanks, I guess.
I was surprised when I was actually having second thoughts when I heard, this DePio guy from College of Law, and I know that you're taking up law. One Mr. Intram said, must be Karl who they're referring to, but it was quite unlikely. I mean, for me,
why? Why unlikely, man?
Well, it's just that you didn't occur to me as somebody who would be open to competing in a male.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
In a pageant. No? It's actually a pageant. Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah. It wasn't my plan. The dean actually asked me to take part, so I didn't really have a.
Yeah, because if it was your plan, my God, you'd be. Who plans that? I want to be Mr. Intrams.
No, well, actually, I would rather be the non-showbiz boyfriend. If you think about it.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
Yeah, in the scenes like that. Chill now, bro. Anyway, it was a good experience at the end of the day.
Yes, and you had. I saw the video, and normally I'm there. Normally I watch the Intramurals. There were times when I actually judged the Mr. and Miss Intramurals for maybe a few years. But last year it was a bit controversial because I brought Senator Grace Pope as my personal guest to shoot, because she was here to shoot the first episode of Open Mic. And I normally bring celebrities and to USC as my personal guest, and that was the arrangement. I asked permission. But some teachers didn't like the idea that she was able to speak, and they think I beg their indulgence if they thought I politicized or her presence politicized the event, which was not the intention. I asked permission. She was supposed to be just a spectator, a VVIP spectator, but one of the priests asked her to speak. In fact, I said, Father, she's not supposed to speak, but she didn't let her speak. So, and then, most people enjoyed it, but there was a backlash from some teachers, and we respect that. So this time around, I chose to not go. And because of that, I missed it.
Well,
I missed it, but I watched. I watched the footage, and you received thunderous applause.
Luckily, because I thought I would get booed also. So, taking your shirt off I don't know what to
Fresco.
expect. I don't know. Yeah, but
Well, you took your shirt off, but you have the abs naman there. If you took your shirt off and you didn't have anything to show, then you would have probably been booed.
I guess so. I don't know.
Yeah. And then you did the yoga pose.
Yeah.
You did the yoga.
Well, actually, to be honest, okay, when I introduced myself, I said, Karl DePio, representing the School of Law and Governance, and I claimed it already. I was like, in your 2016 Mr. Intram. So what I need to follow up, right? So
True.
that being said, your 2016 Mr. Intrams, took my shirt off.
You own it.
You know what? But I had to back it up, diba? Okay.
And you had to show that you are athletic.
Yeah.
And you did that, whatever.
Side crow.
What do you call it?
Side crow post. I actually, I wanted to do another post, but then I was like, never mind. But that's what I was planning on doing.
You really do yoga.
I used to do a lot of yoga when I was living in Canada. Hot yoga. So that's what kept me going.
What does hot yoga mean? Because you're hot?
No. I think like there's a certain temperature, so I think 30 degrees or something.
It has to be really warm. And so you're sweating.
Yeah, so I like it better because it's more challenging,
And maybe you lose more calories while at it.
You lose a lot of water because technically you only retain a lot of like water weight.
Mm-hmm.
So with yoga alone plus hot yoga, like everything washes out. So new water comes in.
But that was over a year ago.
Yeah,
When
before.
But you're still able to do the poses?
Yeah, because generally men are stronger, especially when it comes to yoga as well, when you do poses.
But this is in no way a misogynist.
No, not at all. Because like women are like more flexible. So it's so hard for us to do that. So for me, since I work out,
women are more flexible, men are
generally stronger in yoga. For yoga, yeah. So when I did that, it's like, I did a bit of like practice also.
But you still continue to work out?
No, I haven't been working out.
Really?
No. Law happened. So
law happened, but
law happened.
you were still able to show off your abs.
I guess so.
But okay, so that was probably one of the more memorable Mr. Intrams competitions in terms of stunts pulled by the eventual winner.
Mm-hmm.
No? And I'm sad that I missed it. I made it clear to you.
Yes, you did.
In so many words.
Yes, you did.
In so many emoticons, emojis, that I'm sad I missed it. It's my punishment probably for whatever wrong I did last year. No, but aside from the thunderous applause, which came in waves, no? I mean, especially when you took off your shirt and when you strut your stuff, and then you did the yoga pose, and that's another wave of thunderous applause. But there was also a controversy, because of your hair.
Yeah. Well, there were two.
What's the other one?
Taking my shirt off, obviously, and then my hair.
Who took offense?
I guess the other people were joined as well. I guess I'm not really sure. So don't really quote me on that.
Because it's not very conservative?
Maybe, because there were priests, fathers were there, the fathers were there.
Yeah, but taking the shirt off, and if you think it's malicious, the malice is in your mind.
Yes. Well, I did a yoga pose, so at least it kind of compensated to why I took off my shirt.
Taking off your shirt, it's like swimming. It's necessary. When you swim, you can't not be wearing a shirt.
Yeah. Well, when I do yoga, I take off my shirt anyway, so that's Team Natural, I guess.
And you have to show that you're athletic.
Yeah.
So how do you show it? It's not showing it off. No, it's showing it.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the first, and the second is your hair, because USC has a very strict no long hair policy.
That's true.
But fortunately for us, when we were students, I never had a chance to wear it long. But when we were students, it was
really?
People can wear can
I
sport long
didn't
hair. Yeah, long hair.
I thought it was just like the law.
No, everybody. Because during our time, and I'm
time.
Yeah. I'm like 8 years older than you, or 7 years older than you.
Okay.
During our time, we didn't have a uniform,
okay.
so there was no dress code. There was no dress code even. Oh well, you have to wear pants, but the TC culture was so alive. It was so vibrant, and especially in fine arts. We used to call it Kafa, now it's called Safad. So people had long hair. Yannick Sekong had dreadlocks. I think he still has it from before. So it was different. So this would have been very normal
I guess so.
in fine arts.
Yeah.
But now because there's a dress code, it's very strict. So some people actually question.
Yeah, some. Like, they were like, you know, how was he able to get in school if we have a dress code, especially the hair, they have to be prim and proper.
And you have to set a good example as Mr.
I have to be a
Intrams.
role model. Fortunately, they actually asked me to cut my hair before the closing ceremony. I was like, I don't want to cut my hair yet. This is...
You have a very private reason for it.
Yes,
He has a very good reason for his hair, but it's very private, and we don't want to exploit the.
Thank you for
things.
respecting that.
Yes, but we understand. It's for a very good reason. Trust me. Yeah, and that your dean knows about it.
Yeah,
yes.
my dean knows.
So
As long as it's okay with her, then
at least
I'm good.
for the closing, they understood that the need for you to keep it.
Well, when the dean asked me she asked me to just, tie my hair up. As long as I don't take it out, that it's good. So I just followed what she asked me. So, following instructions, it's good already, I think.
How long is it?
Oh, it's on here.
Can you?
Take it off.
Yeah.
It feels weird because it's tied up, see? But
Wow.
I don't know. But yeah.
Sorry for that. You always wear it like a bun.
Yeah, as of now, because right now it's in its awkward stage again. It's always awkward, I guess, because it's not that long.
Okay.
It's not short anymore. So hopefully a couple months, 2 or 3 more months, it'll look good.
And when you walk around campus, although you're confined to the law building, right? But when you walk around campus, then it's easy to spot Mr. Intrams.
I guess so with my hair. I don't know.
But at least it was not very controversial.
No, not really.
The cheers probably overruled.
The fathers enjoyed it as well. They enjoyed my stint, so.
Well, thank you for that, fathers.
Thank you.
Hopefully, we can be more, lenient when it comes to dress codes now. That because my opinion is maybe there's a dress code, but not too strict, so that it doesn't. How do you say it? It doesn't really impinge on your.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
In your
Because
creativity.
you're representing the school as well. So.
But there has to be a balance.
Yeah.
And when you enroll in a school, you really have to be subject to the policies.
Rules. Yeah, definitely.
But it would be nice if those policies were not as restrictive.
Yeah, because when I was in Manila, they didn't really care. We didn't have any
Benil.
uniforms. Yeah, in Benil, they didn't have uniforms. Your hair, you can do whatever you want. So it came to a shock to me when I enrolled to USC, when they were like, "Oh, you need to have short hair," and all those things. So I was like, okay, I'll just try to follow. As much as I
Because
can.
it is these are the policies.
Yeah,
And
which I have to follow.
Yeah, and it also is part of your training.
Exactly. That's true.
There's self-expression, and there's also the ability to adapt
Yes.
and live within a set of rules.
Yes,
right?
that's
so,
true.
Maybe it's good, but hopefully it's not as restrictive.
Yeah.
But you've studied in quite a number of schools.
Yes,
right?
I did.
But unfortunately, our time is up for this segment. We'll talk about the other schools that you've enrolled in and your experience overseas studying in those schools when Open Mic returns from the short break with Mr. Intrams of San Carlos. Back here in Open Mic, and we're with Karl of Mr. Intrams fame. So Karl, before you're 25, you're actually your quarter life. Do you think you've ever? Are you in the? Because I read about it a lot. Quarter life crisis.
Okay.
Wanting, trying to figure out what they want to do in life, what their purpose is in life, and it's actually a global phenomenon. There's a lot of young people, millennials, who, when they approach this phase of life, they start questioning because it's different now. Our parents, when they were 21, 22, they were starting a family,
Yeah.
they were getting married, having children. Now it's different.
Yeah.
Priorities are different, and there's this. One has to always have a sense of purpose, and if they don't know their purpose yet, they feel a lot of young people they feel lost, and it's not something like the sense of purpose is not something that they are okay finding along the way. They have to. Otherwise, there's like a crisis, an existential crisis. So, have you ever had that?
Well, for me, Mike, for me, I believe in two mottos in life. I have two mottos in life, I mean. The first one is the answer will always be no if you don't try. The second one is there's always home to go back to after everything. So everything that I do, I live a life with no regrets because I always go for what I want. Because, you know, the saying goes, ang mahay last na, di ba?
Yeah.
So that being said, I'm content with what I've accomplished, what I've done
So far
in my life. So as to finding purpose,
So you've never had a quarter life thing?
not really, because I live life to the fullest as of my own, you know.
I ask it
capability.
because you're taking up law.
Yeah.
And you're 25. It's not late to
Not
be taking
late.
up law.
Not late, no.
Some people take up law, far later in life. But I was just wondering if it was one of the motivations, or there's an underlying, questioning of yourself or where you're headed, or has it always been your game plan? Why are you taking up law?
Well, my mom is a very successful businesswoman, and then my real dad is a successful lawyer as well. So in order for me to be better than them, I have to be both. That's for me, but that's just my take. I don't know. I don't know what you think.
Well, it's your life, and I think it's a good path. It's a good way of looking at things, to have the best of both worlds, to be the son of both your parents. No, I mean, and I'm sure they'll be very proud if you're able to accomplish both in your lifetime. But I ask that because for someone your age, which and you're young, you've actually experienced quite a lot. You studied in Manila. That gives you a certain amount of independence. And you were studying in La Salle, Benilde. And what did you finish?
Export management.
Export management, which is very much in line with your family's business.
Yeah.
And then after that, you studied in BSU, Beijing Language and Culture, language.
Language and University.
Language Culture University, BSU, which is actually the prime school for learning Mandarin in China. And I know of a lot of good, scions of good families, especially those who are Chinese, who send their kids to study.
Yeah, my friends,
BSU.
they were there. Yeah.
And then you have a certificate in Mandarin.
Yeah. I was there for 2.5 years.
Wow, that's quite long. Some even studied for a year. Some study for a year.
Some study for a year. I believe that you need at least 2 years to.
So you speak Mandarin, Putonghua.
As of now, only when I'm drunk.
But you look like the guy from Mulan.
Yeah. Only when I'm drunk, I think. I was out most of the time because I believe that you only learn 30% inside the classroom. You learn 70% outside. Especially learning a new language, you have to be out, to converse.
Can you write?
No, not anymore.
I remember I had a scholarship, got into a scholarship to study Mandarin, and before we were to leave supposedly for China, we had to have a few classes here for a month, for a couple of months, I guess. And then in my first month, I had two teachers, and they were flown in from Beijing.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, one was from Beijing, one was from the outskirts. The one from Beijing, I said, was that Chongguo Ren?
Chongguo Ren,
Yeah, Chinese people. China, yeah. And then she said, oh, perfect, blah, blah. The other teacher from the outskirts, he was a handsome teacher. I said, Chongguo Ren. No. What? No, Chongguo Zhen. I go, what the hell? So it's maybe a matter of
it's the R's.
Yeah, Zhen and Ren, and the Beijing, the teacher from Beijing was okay, and the other guy was not. I said, whatever. I mean, so I left because if we can't even agree on how to pronounce Chongguo Ren, and the other guy says Chongguo Zhen. I mean, I'm never gonna figure this out. It's like Philippine Ren, Philippine Zhen, Philippine Ren, Philippine Zhen. Oh my God, no! I will get a good translator.
Yeah.
So, because even with all this with China, I mean, I was there also last year, May 2015, for a maritime, for government sponsored thing. I represented the Philippines. So I said, see, I don't speak Mandarin, but I'm still able to communicate with them because they have good translators anyway.
Yeah.
But I understand in business, it's really also an asset.
Yeah, it is. They kind of trust you more as well. It's like, you know, there's a sense of oneness. Like, you get me, I get you. So.
But aside from the learning the language and the culture, you know, having lived there, I'm sure you had classmates from all over the world.
Oh, yeah,
because a lot of culture. I mean, a lot of people from everywhere are you know, interested to learn Mandarin for business, and even for
Pleasure also,
and for politics. You know, diplomacy, because it's an emerging superpower.
True.
So how was it for the more than 2 years that you were there?
It was amazing because I was the only Filipino in my group. I have a Filipino group per se, but I was the only Filipino in my class and also in my group of friends. Some of them were from Australia, Nicaragua, Argentina, England, Spain. There was this girl from Tahiti, even from Romania. So I'm like, wow. So at least with that, I got a bit of their culture. If you think about it, because like now I know why now I know why Germans are very good with their innovations, because they're very precise. You know, they want this, they want that, and I kind of get it why as to there's a Filipino time that we're always late, because the Spaniards, they're very late. Yeah. If you say us were 1 hour, them like 2-3 hours. Yeah. So I got a bit of their, you know, culture, and I kind of, you know, it was the best experience I've had for me.
Yeah, because that's the for me, when you study, for example, overseas, or participate in a conference or anything, it's one half. It's only one half. That's the learnings and the actual program.
Yeah.
A bigger part, probably is more than half, you know, is really immersing yourself in that culture and meeting new people from everywhere. So that's good. And are you in touch with these friends?
Oh yeah, like I can't wait to travel again if I have a chance. So at least when I go there, I don't feel like being a tourist, because I have like a local showing me around. Because a few of my friends, they actually came to visit me as well. They actually enjoyed Sinulog. I showed them around. It was 2 years ago. So it was fun.
I'm the same. I have, you know, friends from everywhere, and I make friends even at the airport if I'm beside, like, you know, where are you from? You look like an interesting person.
That's just your typical pickup
What's your
line.
story?
Like,
what's your story?
Yeah, where are you from?
Hey, where are you from? What's your story?
Yeah,
and then I become friends with them. And like 90, unlike Filipinos though, and we should change it. Maybe my batting average is 95% of the time. You know, if I meet if I have a seatmate on the plane or at the airport, and then 95% of the time I become friends with them.
Yeah.
And then I stay in touch with them on Facebook, and if they come to visit, then I tour them. And then it's nice because it's really a global village, no?
And build up connections.
And it's a subtle way of promoting international understing and goodwill among nations.
Yeah,
I know that's a very lofty, ideal and aspiration, but really it's these personal connections that count. Yeah. You don't even know who they become in their respective countries at some point. And this is thinking ahead. Your friend might, for example, become prime minister or president.
You never know.
And what if at some point there's an issue between the Philippines, a trade embargo or whatever, the Philippines and that country, and then the point is, to your friend, the Philippines is not just the Philippines. The Philippines is also Karl.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, I was drinking with that guy before.
And then there's a personal connection, and they're able to talk, and you are able to talk with this guy, and a lot of things, problems that sometimes go out of, that spiral out of control, can actually be nipped in the bud because of personal connections. Yeah. So I am a believer of that.
I really believe that too.
And aside from that, you get to learn so much from them. And we can't travel all the time.
Yeah.
But you get to travel through their stories.
Exactly. Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Like, oh wow, that's amazing.
The personal anecdotes. But you have done a bit of traveling yourself.
Yes.
I know that you're quite adventurous. So in line with being Mr. Intrams, it's not just, I know you play basketball. No?
Yeah, I used to play a lot.
But did you play for USC, during the Intrams?
Intrams, yeah. That was just my goal to be part of the basketball.
Of the School of Law and Governance.
But I didn't plan on being Mr. Intrams at the same time.
It's a matter of destiny.
I guess so.
Embrace it. So, did you win? Did your team win?
We won once. No, I can't make the free throws.
Who was the grand? Who was you? What?
I can't make free throws. I don't know why. I can't shoot them for some
Well,
reason.
that's a third controversy. Mr. Intrams just sucks at free throws.
I know.
Really?
Yeah, I can't.
But you can like run and dribble.
Yeah.
Okay, I can make free throws. I don't want to be running around with dribbling balls like that. Well, at least not basketball. You are malicious, Karl.
I'm just laughing. Yeah. Laughing is contagious.
But it's worse on you. So anyway, you didn't. So your team didn't win.
We didn't win.
You didn't even place.
Oh no, we didn't place. We won one game, but we didn't place.
Oh, at least you won one game.
Well, SBEA won. I think it's 4-peat.
What?
4-peat now for school commerce.
Business and
yeah.
Okay.
A.
So they're the champion for basketball.
4 years.
Wow. Well, congratulations to the School of Business and Economics, right?
Yeah.
That's what it's called. It used to be just College of Commerce. Okay.
I'm not familiar.
So they're changing. You know, your names have changed. But again, let's go back. You've done quite a bit of traveling, and not only do you travel for leisure or maybe for shopping or for the culture or the food, but you also like to do some very extreme sporty stuff.
Just a little
sporty
bit.
stuff, no? Like you were featured in Sunstar for your skydiving.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about that.
Well, it was more of like a spontaneous experience because before skydiving, I went shark cage diving during the morning of that day.
Oh, it was in the same.
Yeah. And then
you had a death wish at that day.
I guess so. I didn't tell my mom. So sorry, mom. I told her after, obviously.
Shark cage.
So shark cage in the morning, and then
where was this?
Hawaii,
Honolulu.
and then I went skydiving in the afternoon.
And still you survived.
Just because I just wanted to do that.
Yeah, because you still had to be Mr. Intrams.
I guess so.
You still had to guest here.
I guess so.
But how was the experience? Before, I think we have to continue after we pause for a break because we're about to take a break. But really, I don't know if it's skydiving, but I've always wanted to be in a shark cage. But I want to try it in Australia or South Africa.
Yeah.
Where there are great white sharks, because I've been a fan of Jaws since I was a kid.
So you wanna?
Yeah, I just want to try. I'm scared, but what do you call that? What do you call it?
Adrenaline?
No. What do you call they call it something. The blood that they chum. No? Chum? Is it chum?
I'm not sure. I'm not.
I think it's chum. When they like.
Oh yeah, chum. Yeah. For the food, you mean? Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like for a lot of chum to be there, just to make sure that we attract the great
Actually,
white
during
sharks.
my experience, a shark jumped close to the cage.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but it was
What
just
kind of
okay.
shark?
Huh?
What kind of shark?
Blue
reef.
Blue reef. Yeah. Blue reef.
Well, anyway, let's talk more about your adventure with the sharks and the skydiving. And Open Mic returns from the show. Back here in Open Mic with Karl. So, Karl, in the morning you had the shark thing. In the afternoon, which was for you more memorable, was the skydiving.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was amazing because, if you are the type of person where you have your life planned out for you, and then you try skydiving, literally you're strapped under someone else, so you're giving your life to him, technically, right? Speaking. So what the sky master did was, when we were jumping, he did a somersault.
Oh my God!
Did 360, and then we dived. So I was the first one down. Because some people, they were just like jumping, just that. But we did a somersault and then dive.
Oh my God!
But it was amazing. The experience though was amazing because on the right side, if I remember it correctly, it was the ocean.
Okay.
On the left side, it was the island.
Okay.
So I got to see the best of both worlds.
You're still able to see it. I mean, you were not scared.
I don't know. I was the build up, going there, flying.
But the jump,
it was liberating.
really,
Very liberating.
Maybe at some point I'd try it, but really I'm scared shit. when it comes to, I mean, I'd probably be shitting my pants. sorry for everyone if you're eating, but oh my gosh, I'm scared of heights. Okay, my dream, my superpower. I mean, the one superpower, that's the question. It's flying. I'd love to be able to fly. Me too. But I'm acrophobic, so sometimes even in Ayala, example, I'm walking and I'm on my phone, and then suddenly I'm like close to the edge. It's really
face
scary.
your fears, Mike.
It's
one way of doing, tackling it head on, like literally jumping.
Not every aspect of my life, because if you say that, then I'd probably have a girlfriend. That's a fear. I'm not gonna face that. But anyway, what do you call that? Zip line is fine.
Zip line is fine.
It's fine. I mean, there's some. I enjoy that. Like here in Busai, one time I zip lined with my friend. We zip lined, and it's like a kilometer. That long zip line there. It was a full moon, so it's just really beautiful. It's very dark everywhere, but there was a full moon. Nice. And it felt like I was like a witch, flying across the moon. But I'd probably try. I have a cousin, my first cousin. He's quite popular. He's an actor. His name is Ian Veneracion. He's my paternal cousin, and he's really, maybe the adrenaline and everything. He has it. Everything. Maybe he sucked all the courage out of all of us because he does skydiving, paragliding,
Oh wow, that's what I want to do next.
Yeah. So name the adventure sport, he's done it. Yeah, so but skydiving maybe, just so I can say I've tried flying.
Yeah, it's the best.
I'd want to save for a space station thing. That's zero gravity experience. That's what I want to save for.
Still different though.
Yeah, but that's zero gravity.
Yeah.
That's really actually flying.
Something else too.
But it's $1 million. I think this is quite expensive. So
you can do it. You can afford it.
Maybe when I'm 40. My 40th birthday. I don't know if I can save $1 million in 7 years. But will you do it again? Alone?
I did it. I wanted to.
But that time you had like a...
You have to go through a certification if you had to. But if I was... Because I was thinking of going to Dubai, I want to do it there as well.
Oh my gosh, there's a guy there who... What's that thing? They don't really skydive. They glide and they... And they have a... Spider Woman.
I saw those guys do that when I was jumping. I saw those guys
he's
do
on
that.
my Facebook. I forget his name.
Nice.
He's a friend of mine on Facebook, so...
I don't want to do it. I don't know. We'll see.
But the skydiving, oh my gosh, I really want to try. Now that you're mentioning it. But what happens if you're, what do you call it? Dive master?
Yeah.
Skydiving.
Dive master,
yeah.
I think. Yeah.
What happens if he gets a heart attack or something while you're there?
I don't know.
Are you taught how to...
No, there's another videographer, so at least he's there.
No, but what I mean is for your parachute.
Just in case.
Are you? You have to be at least taught how to.
No, they just strap you on and just it.
Oh my gosh, I would insist if I was there. Hey, quit the contingency.
That's what I mean. It's very liberating because if you're that type of person that you want to have it planned out, you can't.
No, I'm not gonna plan out everything or the
but that's also part of.
Yeah, but no, that's just a safety net.
Yeah.
No, but hey, I'm gonna trust my life to you, but I want to be able to pull that string.
I think you can. I don't know.
But I don't want to figure it out while I'm flying. Because you don't know. What if he gets a heart attack?
Yeah.
Diba?
I get
like
it.
doing a somersault.
Yeah, I get that.
Diba? So, what else have you done? Or you want to do?
Well, bungee jumping. But if
you've tried it?
No, I want to do it. Probably in Hong Kong because they say it's the tallest.
From a tower?
Yeah.
Not from a cliff, from a tower.
No, from a tower. Well, I think
skiing.
that's just
Have
it.
you tried skiing?
I did snowboarding. I did. That's what I did when I was in Canada.
Snowboarding.
Yeah, I used to do that a lot too.
I just do sledding. I tried skiing.
Skiing is easier.
Oh my gosh, you say so because you're very athletic and you're a yoga person, but
no, it's easier.
No,
snowboarding is harder.
Well, maybe because
you're strapped. Both of them are strapped, so you can't.
I'm not trying.
It's like skiing is just like you can walk. Basically.
I know, but when you like slide down a slope, and your feet are, and you don't really exercise it like I don't. No? So I couldn't. You have to do like this, right? When you stop.
Yeah.
You know what I do to stop?
What?
Fall to my side.
Yeah. That's what I did before. That's how I learned. Fall left, right, my ass.
But I like it because I love the snow.
Yeah.
I love the cold. What else? What else is worth doing? You think? Climbing Everest.
Oh
you the
no,
type?
no. But I climbed when I was in El Nido, the cliff diving.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did before when I was in El Nido. I was
Bad for your hands, right?
yeah, it hurt, but I think that's it.
You don't want to go on an expedition of the Arctic or the Antarctic or whatever.
If I could, I have to finish law school first.
You have 3 more years. No, what?
Three more years.
3.5,
Yeah, 3.5 years.
So, wait, let's go back now to your education. After BLCU, then you actually studied in Stanford, for some
I
short
took
courses.
up some courses there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Took
Project
up,
management. What else?
energy and transportation, and then social media marketing for brands.
Wow.
Yeah.
You love Stanford. That's
The
three.
school-
That's 3 short courses.
Yeah. The school is amazing. It's huge. City within a city.
It's like
Like imagine Ateneo,
Yeah.
but bigger.
it's in California.
Yeah. Palo Alto.
What
They have-
about-
they even have a mall there. Like their malls there have Louis Vuitton. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, they have a
Stanford.
hospital.
Are you interested to study in other schools, like also for short courses?
I was thinking
Like-
of taking up my master's if I hadn't gone through with my law. I wanted to take up Masters of Shipping in Netherlands.
Netherlands, because they're very good at that. no?
Yeah.
But what about like I know that Harvard has executive courses.
Yeah, they do. I think a month, I believe.
Duke Frasco was there last year for an executive course, leadership course.
Maybe along the way. We'll see.
I hope that aside from being Mr. Intrams, you'll be able to serve USC in another way, because bringing the insight, the wealth of insight that you have as a citizen of the world. You've studied in China, you've taken up courses in Stanford, and this is the kind of insight of experience, globalized, global mindset. That would be nice to bring to USC. I mean, I think you owe it to USC, not just as Mr. Intrams, but as a student, now as a bona fide Carolinian.
Yeah, I guess so. If given a chance, why not?
Of course, you will be given a chance. But so, and then you lived in Canada,
Yeah, I lived in Canada.
and then in Edmonton,
Yeah,
and you lived there for like 2 years.
2 years I was there. Before I came back here, I was
That
there.
was your that was
Work.
your first work experience, no?
Yeah.
And it's still somehow related to what you do, what your family does, because it's a matter of paperwork.
Yeah.
But instead of in your family, correct me if I'm wrong, it's really more products and goods. Here, it's people.
People.
It's
yeah.
people's papers that you.
Yeah, I processed their technically their green card in the States. So not green card, permanent residency.
In
they
the
call
States?
it. Oh no, in Canada.
In Canada.
They call it green card in the States.
Yeah.
We call it
Permanent residency. But not limited to Filipinos.
Yeah. Not limited to Filipinos.
But of course, you had a lot of Filipinos.
Most of them were Filipinos, like probably 90%. I had 400 accounts.
But this is
400
third
accounts.
party, no?
Third party.
So there's government, like
Yeah.
the immigration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we submit it to the
and
government.
the applicants.
Yeah.
And then you are the third party server.
Yeah.
Service provider. Must have been very fulfilling, because helping Filipinos, realize their dreams, their plans.
It's true. It's very fulfilling, but it's kind of strenuous as well. Not because it's physically, but mentally draining at the same time. Because literally, you're holding their future.
That's
Because
right.
they have to fit to that program, and once that program will close, and if you're too slow to process their papers, then they can be sent home. So I would lose sleep at night sometimes.
You were their dive master
Basically,
when they took
Yeah.
that leap of faith
Yeah.
to try to move to Canada, see what the future
Yeah.
holds.
So it's
The grass is greener, but you are the dive master.
yeah, it's very
Right.
fulfilling, because like after they're done, like they haven't seen their families for years. Like some of them, they save up their breaks, their leaves of absences, just so that they can stay and go back home for a month. And then usually sometimes when they get their wives pregnant, they don't see their kids.
Yeah.
So having processed their papers, they get to see their kids already. It's very fulfilling. They come to you, they say thank you. I believe like it's
How did you get a job there?
under ISEC.
So that even
It's
if you had a work visa,
Yeah, work visa
and
under.
ISEC helped process it.
Yes, that's what I did.
Good, that's good. And then that was your first, and then you returned
I returned home after.
And
I
then-
studied at Stanford and then went home.
and went home.
hmm
Better,
Better,
a better person.
yes, changed.
So that's two continents.
Yeah.
2 continents in a few cities.
Few cities.
But what for you has been, you're back home, and then you ventured into law school. so far, what's the for you? What's the highlight of your life so far?
As of now, I think coming back home. I think it's about
more than studying in Stanford or
for
in
me.
BLCU.
There's no place like home, especially having been far away from the people that I love. You know, my close
Family.
friends, the people that I grew up, and I haven't seen them. My grandfathers, my grandmothers, and all, and seeing them again. Seeing my brother, my younger brother, because I haven't seen him in a while. Because I've only talked to him over the phone, Skype. So, that being said, being with family, having lived by myself for 8 years, I think that's the most important thing.
The highlight is your homecoming.
Yeah, for me.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have thought it was
Different.
Yeah, like Stanford.
Well, I'm a simple. At the end of the day, I'm a simple guy. I just like family. I love.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Because if your anchor, if you know your core, yourself, you're anchored in that. Wherever life takes you, you'll never get lost.
Yeah.
That's your compass.
Yeah.
Huh? You always know how to find your way back home.
Yes. So that's what I said with my two mottos. There's
That's
always
right.
home to go
Exactly.
back to.
At least I know you're consistent with that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So what's next for Karl? Law school, 1 year reign of Mr. Intrams, and then you have to turn over next year.
Yeah. I don't know what's next. We'll let it be. We'll see how it goes from here.
Celebrity.
No.
Celebrity lawyer. A reality show or what? Shorter hair.
Shorter hair, maybe soon.
Soon.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
It's almost Christmas. Love life. What about love life? Because you always have who got posts in your Facebook.
It's fun. It's fun. Who good posts are fun. No girlfriend. No girlfriend. Looking, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I need some
time.
I need some inspiration. Maybe inspiration would be nice.
Do you have time for it?
As of now,
Or you will always be able to find time.
I will find time when the time comes.
But what if the girlfriend is demanding?
Well, it's about priorities, right?
Better if you see a girlfriend or
Law.
Well,
Same field, med, maybe.
or who's also very motivated like you, meaning, you are both focused, busy doing your own things, and then from time to time when you're both free, then you converge. Diba? And then you compare notes. Hey, this is what happened to me. This is what I learned in Law 101, and
we don't have to be together all the time.
Exactly.
Anyways, you just have to set
It's a
your
very
priorities
needy
straight.
setup.
Yeah. So if I find that person, why not? As of now, law, school, work. I don't know.
Mr. Intrams. Well, anyway, it's been a pleasure, Karl. Thank you for accepting my invitation.
Thanks for having me.
And good luck on your 1 year reign as Mr. Intrams. And hopefully, you don't stop there.
I hope so too.
In relation to USC. That's what I
Yes.
mean. Good luck. This has been another episode of Open Mic. Thank you for staying with us throughout the past hour. Until next week, good night and God's